What if pressing just one hidden point on your lower back could awaken the power that has been sleeping inside you for centuries? What if a simple touch could unlock your root energy, the same force that ancient yogis, shamans, and healers once called the doorway to life itself? Before we begin, let me ask you something. From which corner of the world are you watching the Spine Gospel right now? Write it in the comments, because your journey starts right here. Imagine a secret so simple that it only requires the light pressure of your fingertips, yet so profound that it can dissolve fears, unlock hidden energy, and reconnect you with the roots of your being. This isn't some New Age trick. This comes from the same wisdom written in ancient scrolls and whispered in secret rituals. The lower back point was once described as a sacred doorway, a threshold into the root of your energy, the very foundation of your inner power. Have you ever felt a heavy tension sitting at the base of your spine, an unexplained weight you can't quite name? And then, in contrast, have you ever noticed how a simple massage or even a gentle press in that area suddenly makes your breath deepen, your mind quiet, and your heart feel lighter? That is not a coincidence. That is the hidden pulse of your root energy trying to wake up. In today's fast-paced world, most of us have become disconnected from our roots. Stress, anxiety, and imbalance pull us away from our natural rhythm. Our soul longs for peace, while our body craves balance. This lower back secret bridges the two. It's not just a body trick, it's a soul portal, a hidden doorway through which you can return to your true self. And in this journey, we won't stop at just stories or surface knowledge. We will explore the science behind this mysterious point, the spiritual traditions that have guarded it, and the practical techniques you can use to experience it for yourself. I will share with you the wisdom of ancient healers alongside the language of modern neuroscience, and together they will reveal one truth in two different tongues. I am your guide, and this is the Spine Gospel. Today, we are not merely talking about pressing on the lower back. We are talking about awakening a force that has the power to transform everything within you. The only question is, are you ready to awaken the root energy that has always been waiting for you? And remember, at the end of this video, I want to hear from you. Did you feel the energy stirring within you, or not yet? Tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like or even a dislike, because your feedback is what keeps this ancient light alive. You may still be wondering, why this place? Why would a single point in the lower back be spoken of as a doorway to transformation, a place where silence and strength awaken together? The answer is hidden in two languages, one ancient, one modern, and when they meet, a deeper truth begins to emerge. For thousands of years, mystics and healers described the lower back not as a simple cluster of muscles and bones, but as the root of life itself. In yogic tradition, this space at the base of the spine was known as the Muladhara, the root chakra. It was said to be the foundation of survival, security, and connection to the earth. Without balance here, the entire being felt unstable, like a tree without roots. Ancient Taoist practitioners spoke of this same region as the gate of vitality, a reservoir where life force energy flows and gathers. Native traditions, too, revered the lower spine as the place where the human body meets the earth's grounding spirit. In every culture, the story was the same. Strength, stability, and inner peace were not found in the restless mind, but in the grounded root. This is why rituals of kneeling, bowing, or sitting close to the earth often focused energy here. It was not a random gesture, but a deliberate way of pressing the body into alignment with its foundation. Now let us shift to modern times. Today, when scientists study the body, they use a different language. They talk of nerves, signals, receptors, and muscles. Yet strangely, they are describing the same mysteries the ancients pointed to. When gentle pressure is placed on the lower back, especially near the sacrum, the body responds in remarkable ways. Beneath the skin lies a network of nerve endings and pressure receptors that connect to the autonomic nervous system, the system that controls our stress and relaxation. When activated with care, this area helps to calm the sympathetic nervous system, the part that keeps us on alert, anxious, and tense. In its place, it awakens the parasympathetic response, what scientists call the rest and digest state. This is the state where your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, and your body remembers safety. It is the same biological shift that happens when you feel embraced, held, or deeply at peace. Some researchers suggest that by pressing near the base of the spine, you are stimulating subtle pathways that communicate with the vagus nerve, the great nerve of calm and healing that runs through the body. Others point out how releasing tension in this area signals the brain that the body is safe, dissolving old patterns of stress. The result? Muscles soften, the breath flows deeper, and a gentle sense of warmth arises, almost identical to what ancient texts described as the awakening of energy. Think of it like this. Your mind is often like a lake in storm, waves rising, crashing, restless. The lower back point is like a hidden switch that stills the wind, allowing the waters to settle. Whether you call it root energy or nervous system balance, the experience feels the same, calm, grounded, alive. And here is where the beauty lies. The ancients spoke in symbols, roots, earth, life force. Science speaks in biology, parasympathetic response, pressure receptors, vagus nerve. But they are not two different realities. They are two languages describing the same experience. One gives us poetry, the other gives us explanation. Together, they show us a complete picture. This is why it works even if you don't believe in chakras or subtle energy. Your belief is not the switch, the body itself is the switch. Place a hand on the root, and the body remembers what balance feels like. The ancients were right. The scientists are right. And you too can be right, simply by feeling it for yourself. Now take a moment and reflect with me. Do you believe your body can hold secrets that science has only begun to uncover? Or do you feel safer when the mystery is given a name, whether it be chakra or nerve? I would love for you to share in the comments what resonates more deeply with you, the ancient story or the modern explanation. There is no wrong answer, only different doorways into the same truth. Because once you see it this way, the question no longer becomes, is this real? But how can I experience it for myself? The path is already inside you, waiting to be touched. The root is there, waiting to be awakened. And now, as our journey flows onward, we will move gently from knowing why this point matters to discovering how to awaken it with your own hands. Now that you understand why this point matters, both through the ancient stories and the gentle voice of science, it's time to feel it for yourself. Knowledge is a doorway, but practice is the key. So let's slow down together and discover how to awaken this hidden energy in your lower back with your own hands. Find a place where you can sit or lie down comfortably. This is not a practice you rush. It is one you enter as if stepping into a quiet temple within yourself. Take a slow breath in through your nose and release it softly through your mouth. Allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. Let your jaw loosen and notice the simple rhythm of your breath. If you're seated, let your feet rest flat on the ground, feeling the earth beneath you. Imagine invisible roots gently extending downward from the soles of your feet, reaching into the soil, grounding you. If you're lying down, allow the back of your body to sink into the surface beneath you, as if the earth herself is cradling you. Close your eyes for a moment and bring your awareness to the base of your spine, the meeting place of body and earth. This is where we begin. Now, place 1 or 2 fingertips on your lower back, just above the tailbone. You may need to reach behind with your hand, or if that feels difficult, use the palm of your hand to cover that area instead. There is no one perfect spot. You are not searching for a single pinpoint. You are simply making gentle contact with the foundation of your spine. Press lightly, not hard, not forceful. Imagine you are touching the surface of still water. Hold this contact and let your breath guide you. Inhale slowly through the nose. Feel your belly expand. Exhale softly through the mouth. Let your hand sink ever so slightly into the lower back. Do this again. Breathe in, fill your body with air, feel the gentle rise. Breathe out, soften, and allow the weight of your hand to ground you. As you hold this pressure, you may notice subtle sensations, warmth, tingling, or even a quiet wave of release. For some, it feels like a soft current moving through the spine. For others, it is simply a sense of being more present, more here. Now add a visualization. Imagine a soft red glow, like the embers of a gentle fire, radiating at the base of your spine. With each breath, the glow becomes steadier, warmer, brighter. This is your root energy, quiet, grounding, alive. Stay with this for 3 to 5 breaths, or longer if it feels comfortable. There is no rush. Each exhale is an invitation to let go of what you no longer need. Each inhale is a gift of stability and calm. If reaching your lower back feels awkward, here's another way. Sit upright in a chair, feet firmly on the ground. Take a small cushion, a rolled-up towel, or even a soft ball, and place it behind your lower back, right where the spine meets the seat. Lean gently against it. Let your body weight press into the point instead of your hand. Breathe slowly as you do this. Feel the support behind you. Imagine the chair and the earth holding you together, allowing your root energy to awaken without effort. This method is especially comforting for those who sit often or feel lower back tension during the day. If you prefer lying down, place a small pillow or yoga block beneath your sacrum, the flat bone just above the tailbone. Allow your hips to rest on it so that a gentle pressure rises into the lower back. Spread your arms to the sides, palms open. Close your eyes. Feel your breath deepen naturally. Imagine that with each exhale, the earth is drawing away your worries, and with each inhale, she returns to you peace and safety. This variation is excellent before sleep, helping the body release the weight of the day and preparing the mind for rest. Another option is movement. Place your fingertips on either side of your lower spine and make slow, small circles. Not forceful, but gentle, as though your hands are whispering to your body. Move slightly upward and downward, massaging the area with curiosity and care. If you like, add a sound. As you exhale, hum softly, letting the vibration travel down through your spine. This humming activates the vagus nerve, deepening the relaxation response. Together, touch and sound create a resonance, awakening both body and spirit. When you feel ready, slowly release your hand or the support beneath you. Take a moment to simply sit or lie in stillness. Notice your breath. Is it softer, deeper? Notice your body. Do you feel lighter, warmer, or perhaps simply more at peace? Not everyone will feel the same. For some, the shift is immediate and obvious. For others, it is subtle, a quiet sense of calm that grows slowly with practice. Both are equally powerful. Now ask yourself gently, what did I feel? Did warmth rise through your spine? Did your breath deepen? Or perhaps you felt only silence, and sometimes silence is the greatest gift of all. I would love to hear your experience. Share in the comments what you noticed, whether it was calm, tingling, or even nothing at all. Each story helps others on their path, reminding us that this practice is not theory, it is living wisdom. And as we continue our journey, we will explore not just the technique, but the inner shifts it awakens, the emotional release, the clarity, the quiet strength that begins to rise from within. What if a single touch on your lower back could unlock more than just muscles? What if it stirred something ancient, something hidden, waiting like a flame beneath the ashes? When you press that sacred point, it is not only your body that responds, it is your story, your emotions, your spirit. It is as if you are walking through a forgotten temple, and suddenly you find the switch that lights up every chamber. Have you ever wondered what really awakens when you invite your root energy to rise? The first signs of change often appear in the body. This simple practice, pressing gently on the lower back, releases more than tension. It creates alignment. Imagine your spine, often bent under the weight of modern life, slowly straightening like a tree trunk, rediscovering the pull of the sun. Your posture begins to open, breath deepens. The nervous system, always alert and restless, starts to sigh. Blood begins to move more freely, feeding your organs, awakening your digestion. Tired muscles loosen, joints soften. Even chronic discomfort in the lower back, hips, or legs can begin to shift when energy flows smoothly. Science tells us that the vagus nerve and spinal pathways play a central role in stress regulation, digestion, and relaxation. Spirit whispers that these same pathways are rivers carrying life force. Picture a frozen stream in winter, trapped under ice. Now imagine the ice breaking apart, water flowing again. This is what your body feels, as though blockages are melting, life returning. You don't just feel less pain. You feel more alive, more spacious, more connected to the physical home you live in. But the changes are not only physical. Pressing this root point touches emotions buried deep within. How many times have you felt fear you could not name? Anxiety that seemed to sit in your stomach like a heavy stone. This practice speaks directly to those hidden fears, gently loosening their grip. The root energy is linked with our sense of safety and stability. When it awakens, insecurity begins to dissolve. Suddenly you feel steadier. Anxiety loses its edge. Fear doesn't vanish overnight, but it transforms, turning into grounding, like the weight of the earth holding you firmly when winds of chaos blow. Imagine standing on shaking ground. Each step feels uncertain, but then suddenly you find a patch of solid earth and your whole body relaxes. This is the shift many experience. Chaos turning into calmness, confusion into clarity, insecurity into a quiet strength. I want to ask you, have you ever felt that deep sigh of relief? As if your heart finally put down a burden it was carrying for years. That's what happens here. It is not only about calming emotions, it is about relearning how to trust yourself, how to feel safe inside your own body. And when the body and emotions align, something deeper begins. This root point in many traditions is the gate where divine energy enters. Yogic teachings speak of Kundalini rising from the base of the spine, traveling upward through the body's inner centers. Chinese medicine describes energy stored in the lower dantian, the foundation of vitality. Ancient mystics across cultures agreed. The lower back is not just flesh and bone, it is a doorway. When you awaken this root, you do not escape life. You ground yourself deeper into it. Spirituality is no longer about floating away. It is about rooting down so firmly that your branches can reach higher. Think of a tree. Its roots dive into the soil unseen, drawing nourishment. Its trunk grows tall, its branches stretch wide toward the sky. Without roots, the tree falls. Without the lower back awakened, your spirit cannot rise. When you feel this energy, you begin to sense connection, not only to your own body, but to the earth itself. The ground no longer feels separate. It feels like an ally. You realize the divine is not somewhere above the clouds. It pulses within the ground you walk on, and within your spine as you stand tall. All of this might sound mystical, but its impact shows up in the simplest ways. Someone who carries tension in their back finds themselves breathing more deeply during the day. A restless sleeper begins to wake up refreshed. A person who used to snap under stress now pauses, rooted in calmness. Even relationships begin to change. When you feel safe in your own body, you respond to others with more patience. When your root is strong, you don't chase approval. You radiate confidence naturally. Everyday challenges feel less like storms and more like waves you can surf. Imagine a young woman who for years lived in constant anxiety. She stumbled upon this practice, pressing her lower back daily, breathing into it. Slowly, her fear softened. She slept through the night. She felt lighter. Her friends noticed she laughed more. Her decisions became clearer. This is not magic. It is the natural transformation that occurs when energy flows where it is meant to. And perhaps you too will notice changes, maybe subtle at first, then undeniable. Your steps will feel steadier, your mind calmer, your spirit more connected. But these changes are not meant to stay in meditation alone. They are meant to shape how you live every single day. Because the real question is, once you awaken this energy, how do you carry it into the rhythm of your life? How do you let it guide your mornings, your choices, your connections? Energy is like water. It flows best when we give it space every single day. What you discovered in the last section is not meant to be a one-time miracle. It's a seed, and seeds only grow when they are watered. Imagine for a moment, what would happen if you gave yourself just 5 quiet minutes each day to tend to this hidden point in your lower back? What would shift in your body, in your breath, in the way your heart greets the world? Simple daily routine, step by step. Let's begin with something simple, a practice you can carry into your mornings or your evenings, whichever feels more natural. Find your position. Sit comfortably in a chair or lie down on a soft surface. Let your shoulders drop. Release the weight of your day. Locate the point. Bring 2 fingers to your lower back just above the tailbone. If reaching feels difficult, place a small cushion or even a tennis ball behind you, allowing gentle pressure to rest there. Breathe with awareness. Close your eyes. Take a slow inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, feel the breath travel down your spine, pooling gently at the point where your fingers or cushion rest. Imagine a soft red glow awakening there, warm, steady, alive. Stay with the sensation. Remain here for 2 to 3 minutes. Each breath you take, see if you can release more tension. Some people feel a tingling, others a warmth, and some simply a sense of ease. Trust whatever shows up for you, variation for comfort. If sitting or lying is difficult, you can also stand tall. Place your hands at the small of your back and lean gently into them as you breathe. And if even that feels too much, simply close your eyes, imagine the point glowing red, and direct your breath there. Your body responds even to your intention. The most important part, it is not about perfection. It is about presence. Whether you can do it for 3 minutes or just 30 seconds, your body remembers, and over time, it begins to carry this memory into every part of your life. Now, this practice doesn't have to live only in a quiet room. You can carry it with you, like a secret key, wherever you go, standing in line at the grocery store. Place your palm lightly on the small of your back. Breathe once and feel yourself return to center, sitting at work, feeling overwhelmed by tasks. Adjust your posture, let your spine lengthen, and breathe deeply into that hidden root. About to enter a difficult conversation? Take 1 grounding breath with your awareness at the lower back. Feel your nervous system soften before a single word is spoken. Each of these moments is like pressing reset on your entire system. Small gestures, invisible to the world but deeply powerful within you. Consistency is where the real magic lives. 1 drop of water does not carve stone, but steady drops over time can create a river. With daily practice, you may notice sleep becomes easier, deeper, and more restorative. Your mood feels steadier. With fewer sharp swings, energy flows more evenly throughout your day. You no longer crash, but move with quiet rhythm. Most of all, a deep sense of safety and belonging begins to take root inside you. From a scientific perspective, what's happening is that your nervous system is learning. Each time you pause, breathe, and connect to this root point, your body shifts into its parasympathetic state, the state of calm and repair. Over weeks and months, this becomes your default. Stress no longer rules the body. Calm becomes your baseline. From a spiritual perspective, your root energy is strengthening. Like a tree whose roots grow deeper, you find yourself more stable, more grounded, and more able to rise into higher energies. Fear, which once whispered in your ear, begins to fade. In its place grows quiet strength, trust, and a steady inner flame. It is like tending a fire. At first, it is only a spark. But with attention, breath, and care, that spark becomes a steady flame. A flame that lights not only your own path, but also warms everyone you meet. Now I want to turn to you. What did you feel the first time you pressed this point on your lower back? Was it a warmth, a release, a quiet breath, or perhaps even a memory rising to the surface? And as you continued, Did you notice your body responding in ways you didn't expect, like a deeper calm, a softer mood, or even tears that felt like cleansing? Your reflections matter. They are not just for you, they may guide someone else who is walking the same path. So share your experience in the comments. Tell us what shifted for you, whether small or large. And if this practice touched you, even for a moment, let us know with a like or a gentle yes below. This is only the beginning. As you weave this root awakening into the fabric of daily life, something even more beautiful begins to unfold, not only within your body, but in the way you see the world, the way you breathe through challenges, and the way you stand in your own strength. And now, let's step together into this closing space, where we'll gather the threads of all we've explored and open the doorway to what comes next. From a simple touch on the lower back to the quiet stirring of your root energy, you have walked through a hidden doorway today. What began as fingers resting gently on your spine has become something deeper, a reminder that calmness, safety, and strength already live within you. Take one more breath with me, slowly in, gently out. Feel how the body softens when we pause together. This is the gift of presence, and it is always here, waiting for you to return. Remember, this was not just a technique. This was a remembering. Your spine is not only a column of bones and nerves, it is your sacred ladder, carrying life between earth and sky. The root where you pressed is your anchor. It is the place that whispers, you are safe, you belong, you are supported. Each breath into this point is not about changing who you are. It is about returning to who you've always been. And even on days when you forget to practice, this energy does not forget you. It continues to flow, patient and quiet, like a river beneath the surface. As you continue to nurture this root, something more begins to unfold. The body grows softer, the heart steadier. Life itself feels less like a storm to endure and more like a rhythm to dance with. Imagine what will blossom when this practice becomes part of your days. Better sleep, a stronger connection to your own body, a peace that meets you in the middle of challenges. Imagine feeling both rooted in the earth and lifted toward the sky, a tree alive in both directions. And if this root has awakened something inside you, know that the journey does not stop here. There are other doorways in your body, other hidden points waiting to be touched. If you felt this shift in your spine, imagine what might open when you discover the point that breathes open the heart. Before we close this circle, I want to invite you into something greater. Tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? And what did you feel when you pressed this point? Was it warmth, a tingling, or maybe just a quiet breath of release? Your story may be the mirror someone else needs on their path. If this practice touched you, let your presence be known. Like, share, and subscribe. Not as a click, but as a way of saying yes to your own growth. When you join us here at the Spine Gospel, you join a circle that is remembering together. Each time we open another doorway, you will already be walking with us. And so we close this space gently. May your spine be strong. May your root be steady, may your breath be free, and may you remember with every step you take that you are held always by both the earth beneath you and the sky above. Fade now into golden light. Carry it with you. The journey continues.